Well, a friend has requested Shakespeare Sonnet 113, which is a complex sonnet. A little difficult to understand because it relies upon a contrast between the mind's eye, which means memory or thought, and the physical eye. And if you're a non-native English speaker, this gets really tricky because he establishes that contrast in the first two lines, and yet it's not particularly explicit. And I'll show you why. You've read this sonnet on your own. Now we're going to read it, and I'll show you how it works. Since I left you, mine eye is in my mind. Beautiful how Shakespeare establishes in the first two sounds of this sonnet, the first two vowels, the governing rhymes, or the governing internal rhymes, the I in sense and the S in sense, and the long I in I. You'll see it throughout here, especially in this beautifully symmetrical phrase here. Mine eye is in my mind. We have the S, we have the I sound, we have the long I. It's just all throughout. The I is very present, not just as a theme in the sonnet, but as a sound. So the antecedent scenario is what Helen Bindler calls the antecedent scenario. What happened before this poem to provoke the speaker into utterance? The speaker has left someone he loves. Since I left you, mine eye is in my mind, meaning memory, because that's where she or he is. I know that Sonnet 113 is within what's called the young man cycle and the sequence, but Sonnets 113, 114, and 115, some scholars suggest, actually comprise an excerpt in which the speaker is addressing a woman. It's possible. Doesn't really matter though, but you should be aware of that. And that which governs me to go about doth part his function, and is partly blind. What is that? That which governs me to go about is the physical eye. You move about the world through seeing. So there's the contrast established. The memory, the mind's eye, and the actual eye, that which governs him to go about, which is only doing part his function, and is partly blind. Seems seen. I love that phrase. It seems to be seen, it seems to be looking about, but effectively is out. Meaning effectively his actual eyes aren't really working. For it no form delivers to the heart. Notice just the harmony of sounds here. Seems and seeing, for and forms. The sonic harmony of the poem is suggestive of this internal logic, this harmony of sense within the poem. For it, what is it? That's the physical eye, that which governs me to go about. For it no form delivers to the heart of bird, of flower, or shape which it doth latch. So none of the forms within pure ocular experience are actually being entertained by the heart. We're going to find out why in the couplet. But until then, it's not catching on, it's not latching to anything. Of his quick objects hath the mind no part, nor his own vision holds what it doth catch. I mean, things are just moving about. Have you ever been in a reverie or in deep thought in walking, and you're so caught up in your thoughts that you seem unaware of what's going on around you? That's what's happening here. He's just so enraptured by the memory of her presence. Of his quick or living objects the mind hath no part, nor his own vision holds what it doth catch. It's just going out, washing over. For if it see the rudest or gentlest sight, the most sweet favor or deformedst creature. Notice how he's going in. There's a reversal here. First he starts with, if it see the rudest or the ugliest or the gentlest, the most beautiful. And then that order is reversed with sweet favor, which is a gentle thing, or deformedst creature, which is a roots thing. So we have antimetaboly, opposites juxtaposed against each other there, and the effect is to give us this wide-ranging scope of everything the eye is taking in. None of it the heart is interested in, whether it be the mountain or the sea, the day or night, the crow or dove. It shapes them to your feature. It's like everything he's seen her, because his mind is so preoccupied with her that it's all he sees. Now, why is the heart not able to entertain the physical forms that he's seen with his physical eyes? Incapable of more, replete with you. My most true mind thus makes mine untrue. Tricky here, pithy. What's he saying? He's saying that his mind is so filled with the thought of you that it makes his mind untrue to him. Because his mind is so true or loyal to this person, his mind is untrue to himself. He actually just can't function because his eye is turned inward into remembrance. And notice the balance here, how we just come full circle. Beautiful how some of his sonnets will do this. My most true mind, is that sound, coming back to the sound again, thus makes, it's the S, mine untrue. And we have a new sound introduced that's chiming with you. And so the sounds are pointing back to the object of meditation. In some ways, this is similar. It's conventional of sonnets. Petrarch will do it in Sonnet to Laura when she departs, and he's left with meditation. Sir Philip Sidney will do this in Astrophil and Stella. The sonnets are very interested, as a form, they're very interested in making present what is not present. In a way, they share this with the elegy, but they do it in different ways. As you can see here, it's done through the sounds, but it's also done through description and this concept of the mind's eye. Different kind of eye. So that's how the poem works. It relies upon that contrast between the mental eye of remembrance and the ocular eye of the body. I hope you found this helpful. Return to the poem. Thanks for watching, and until next time.